Greetings, my friends. I'm Andrea, astrologer, and welcome to this weekly update for the last week in February. Incredible, but time flies, and we are already in March. I have today two turning points that are very important in this week, and this is basically on the 24th of February at the beginning of the week and on the 2nd of March at the end of the week. The first turning point is Mars going direct, and the second one is Venus turning retrograde. So let's go into it. As always, I would like to start with the global astrology. We have on the 24th of February UTC time zone the turn of Mars. Mars will go direct, will stay out of bounds, so quite very strong in the sidereal sign of Gemini. It is a turning point at the 22nd degree, which is linked to Capricorn, which is hierarchy. It's about government, it's about law, and it has this Saturnian dimension of law, of regulation somehow. So this would be themes of the week ahead, as we will see in a minute. This day is quite powerful for Bitcoin, I would say. Although I don't give much details here for the Bitcoin horoscope, I want only to mention the fact that we will have strong volatility upwards. So in case of volume, we might experience a nice recovery and growth. We talk about recovery because right now it's February 19th that I shoot this video, and we are pretty with dumps that alternate with recovery. So be aware of that, and it could be a big jump if we have volume, and this could be a bit delayed, but it is nevertheless on the menu for the week, for the beginning, for the start of it. It should happen. Then we have Tuesday, which is quite controversial because we do have in the global astrology the Mercury Saturn conjunction, and this is really about diminishing the returns from trading, because Saturn would diminish it. It's linked to regulation as well, and it is really an aspect that happens regularly. So I won't say it is really a disaster because of Mercury. Mercury moves quite fast. Sometimes when it's retrograde, it will last longer in a sign, but in general, this is an aspect Mercury Saturn that we get actually yearly. So this means that we will have dumps. Most likely it will happen on Tuesday especially. We do have also the Pluto-Mercury aspect, which is exact in the Bitcoin chart that I warned about. This is a very subtle, it's a aspect that is active actually the whole year, and we feel it already because it is inside the price action, so to speak, the dumps that we see. And I would say that it is quite a dangerous day. So on Tuesday, I recommend extra care for you in the markets if you want to trade. And then we persist in this negative energy in general, I would say, until Thursday. And the global astrology would really give us green light for a bit of growth. But again, we've increased volatility on Thursday when we do have a Mercury-Uranus sextile. This means that Mercury trading now is fueled with some volatility, and the price action is really dynamic due to the fact that we might get some sudden news or even rumors that are not confirmed, but they will really move prices, and we might get a nice pump in the last part of the week. So I'm talking about the working days, Thursday and Friday. Friday, the first part of the day, because the second part is a bit controversial. Let's put it like this. It would be with more negative energy, and it's not such a powerful day astrologically at a global level. This is what I wanted to share for February for the global astrology. We don't have so much this week. The big astrological events at the beginning of March, I talk about the 1st and the 2nd of March take place during the weekend. So in the absence of volume, we will not see much. What we really need to focus on is the turning point of Venus, which is the planet associated with currency and cryptocurrency. This will take place on March 2nd UTC time zone. So all my dates are for UTC location London, UK, just to avoid any confusion. And we do have also other powerful aspects that I want to talk about, and they are more long term. They will affect the whole week, and they will be very powerful in the beginning of the other week, when we will see more action on Monday, starting fully in March. And these are the Mercury Neptune and Mercury Rahu conjunctions. They are positive in nature, and they are quite powerful. And I would say that the effect on Bitcoin needs to be strong, because Mercury is currently quite activated in the horoscope. And we do have also another one that is not such a positive aspect. It's a Jupiter-Sun square. So there is some tension, less optimistic outlook towards regulation. This could be something that we could interpret here, or some delays really, because we do have a climate of Saturn. So we talked about Saturn, which is time, and we got these aspects earlier in the week which are still active. So these combined could really look at some pessimism in the markets, but I would not say that this is a very serious aspect that can dump things, due to the fact that we have the other two which are quite powerful, and they would really have more to say in the price action for the next week. So this is what I have for the end of February and the beginning of March. On the 1st of March, exactly on the first day, we don't have a significant major aspect in global astrology, but we have again quite a dynamic start of the month in March, and eclipses come. So stay tuned for more videos that I would explore in detail this complex astrological landscape that we have. And I would like to say that this is a sneak peek to what we have in terms of reports and explanations for the cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We have altcoins on Patreon. I know they are not so hype now, or maybe it's too early for some of you, but maybe it's good to have a look if you are interested to go deeper also into the Bitcoin forecast, because here I try to give an overview that would give as many insights as possible, but the horoscope analysis that I do for Bitcoin is inside the membership with Ethereum and Solana along. All Patreon subscribers would get discounts for the products that I have. Some of them are quite interesting, I would say, like yearly forecasts for 2025. So should you be interested, it's really worthwhile to join the membership. Thank you so much for your attention, for your time, for liking and subscribing. It helps the channel. I'm grateful for that. And until next time, be joyful. See you. My dear Patreon and Telegram subscribers, welcome to this weekly update for the end of February and the beginning of March. I have only the weekend here today. It's about the second and the first and the second of March, and I would like to tell you that I have a poll that I sent. Thank you for all who voted. It's about poll. All about Paul. Do we really keep Polygon in our forecast for the blue chips or not? This is the question, because after the restructuring and the split of Matic, we do not have, much growth. Also, the astrology is not so good. I mean, the upcoming one, there is some hope. I don't say that it's a lost battle, but in any case, for now, I don't see it as a blue chip, and I would like to have your opinion on that. So thank you very much for considering this. And I would like now to go into the Bitcoin, Ethereum, altcoins, and XAU, the gold and silver index, like usual. And I filmed this just a caveat on the 19th of February after we had the other dump, another round that I warned about, and I think we will get something similar, to be honest, for the aspect on the 25th. I do not think we will go to 70k, to be honest, but we will see. Of course, only future can tell, but in a nutshell, I wanted to tell you this in the beginning because some of you asked about this. Okay, so now let's go into it, and I would like to start with Bitcoin. Bitcoin for the end of February. As always, I will put the financial calendar cheat sheet as an attachment for the new members. Welcome, so that you have it handy. Here I will go quite fast because I think videos are too long, so I do my best to really optimize the time. We do have here from the 24th to the 28th of February, and then I will share the calendar for March that you already have. So if you didn't see it, please check the community weekly updates chat group. And because we have so many material this month, I will also make an entry so that you are notified also per email in case you don't watch the chat somehow. I will do it on the chat as well, but like a master entry encompassing all videos and all the predictions for March, since it's eclipses, it's retrogrades, it's a lot of stuff happening. And here we do have a red week. It is about this long-term aspect on the 25th that you see it big red. It is also with a Saturn Mercury conjunction in the global astrology. So this is the storm. Always the weather is the global astrology. So it starts rough, I would say, in the beginning, but we do have also here good weather. We have pump. I would say that we have a nice opportunity to get some recovery in the beginning of the week, but only on Monday. Then Tuesday and Wednesday would be quite dangerous in terms of price action. So we expect dumps, as you see, because the horoscope of Bitcoin, so the numbers, when you see the numbers that are with color, this means that it is triggered and it's red, so it's bad. This means that we will have dumps, but with recovery in between, as you can see from the bright moon crescents. Of course, it will depend on the volume, how much it will move in each direction. We do have also the end of the week, which is calm in terms of global astrology, at least on the 27th, when we have the Mercury sextile Uranus. And this would be some news, good news that happen, and this is a neutral day for Bitcoin, so we don't expect much there, but some pumps during the day from the bright moon crescent you can see. And then we go into the end of the week, and for me, to be honest, this is quite dangerous on the 28th in terms of the hourly aspects rather, which happen, and hourly aspects are currently very activated in the Bitcoin chart. They are ruled by the moon, and it is much more than you see here. So if I have the whole table with all of them, it's quite a lot. Now, I do not know if this will happen really on Friday, or it could be that here it pumps a lot and people would cash in, and it's also the end of the month. So we need to see. So it's like half of the day would be good, but then things would get more, let's say, rough in the second part of the day. But volatility is there, so dumps can come suddenly, as you know, because this fire is quite difficult to predict. So watch out for the monthly close, so to speak, with extra care. And now let's go into the weekend for the 1st and 2nd of March. The 1st of March, as you can see here, it's a neutral day for the Bitcoin horoscope, and we have a bright moon crescent. This means up. And again, 2nd is neutral, and the global astrology has good weather. We have the turning points on this day, as mentioned, and we have also the stressful Sun-Jupiter square as an aspect. This is longer term. So the ones that I mentioned also in the introduction that are longer term, you can consider them active for the whole week in the background. But each day we have another aspect in the ramp light, so to speak. So I don't expect much this weekend. I think it will go flat sideways, and we will see more in the beginning of the next week. Now I would like to go into Ethereum. The end of February for Ethereum looks quite neutral in the first part of the week from the 24th until the 26th. I would say that it would follow with Bitcoin, and it is not a special week, I would say, for it. Also, you have noticed, I think, some recovery in between, so to speak, after the big dump. We have a nice aspect ongoing from 11th. Of course, because of BTC, we don't see much, but we shouldn't forget about it because this is active for 4 to 6 months ahead. And it's in the Ethereum horoscope, so it's for it. It's specially made for it. And this is really something that is important for the future assessment of the price targets. Then we do have here a end of the week, which is slightly more positive, but we have some negative influences on the 27th, which is high. This is strong, basically, in terms of astrology. And yes, the weather is good. So this is the Mercury sextile Uranus. And we do see the red moon crescent during the day. So I think it will have drops. It is pretty synced with BTC. I wouldn't expect much more than it. Also, you could see that it's a bit, let's say, different. I think it could be the beginning of the decoupling, the split that we talked about in the past. Now I would like to go into the topic for the weekend for the beginning of March. 1st and 2nd of March, we do have a neutral day on Saturday, and this is a big long-term aspect that it's very long-term actually for the whole year, involving the ascendant for Ethereum, which is very good. The big two that you see, and also at the day level, it's positive. So it's like an enforcement point for the months to come for Ethereum to grow. And it could be that we see more action next week, as mentioned also for BTC. What is actually very important is because Ethereum had so much hard time, so to speak, until now, we need to see the months. If you see it as a glance, you see 11th, a big green here. These are very big. This is 30, font 30, and you can find it in text format in the financial calendars that I delivered already for March. 23rd is big, 27th. And this is not only for this month, it's months to come. So we do have here 4 aspects that are quite strong. We have also the eclipses and everything. And I would say that it will be quite interesting times for Ethereum. You know, now it's like a battle between altcoins and meme coins, Ethereum versus Solana. So it could be now that the power play is changed and everything will go into Ethereum. I see Ethereum in general stronger. So have this in mind and be prepared. So follow the TA and we will see how fast this goes. My single concern is the liquidity, the global liquidity, which is very low. So we need to see some monetary policy easing. I don't want to call it QE. I understood that they hate it now. They don't want to use the word, but it is really something that we can look forward in the next months to come. So these are all active between 4 and 6 months, roughly even longer for some of them, especially for this one, which is the stronger green. So just saying a bit of hope and of light in the market. And now I would like to go to the blue chip altcoins. From the blue chip altcoins, Solana might actually move, but for a few days only because we have token unlocks, I think, scheduled. So it's always to really check this because astrology, yes, would give some direction, but we need to see also what is happening. In any case, we have bullish astrology, and it could be the case that after the dump induced by the unlocking procedure, then we will get Solana really going up nicely and possibly quite fast. So be prepared for that. The others don't look appealing to me. I looked at all details and XRP is even with a negative aspect. So for the ones that are very interested in XRP, but you know that already, and it is a long-term one, though it could be that some news are disrupting it or something similar. So in any case, watch out XRP now at the end of February. Now I would like to go into XAU as well. We see gold here, so it's the gold and silver index, XAU, and there are fears in the world as we are quite aware, especially the international landscape is quite tensioned and there are question marks. Yes, there are also discussions, negotiations to really make more peace in the world, but we do not know how this will pan out. So we see here for gold as a safe haven. It is still seen as that, and it will continue to be so because you see the big aspects on the 20th and the 26th. In general, yes, we have some negative influences as well, but dumps are for really fast recovery from what I see because these aspects are stronger. You see, they are also bigger in terms of font, and they will be, again, it's valid like for Bitcoin, the next, and Ethereum especially, that I showed you, the next 4 to 6 months. So in parallel, it will be a very attractive investment and it will continue to stay like this. So this means that it will take, you know, from the global liquidity available. I expect dumps possibly in the beginning of the week, as you see, and then growth and recovery in the second part of the week. It could be with such an aspect that we really get a price surge, especially now that we have already Mars going direct at this stage. So all these things could be delayed a bit, you know, between February 26th and March 2nd, because Venus is stationary and Mars is stationary, but they will really unfold for sure in the upcoming days. This is February, and I will look at March a bit as well. 1st and 2nd of March for XAU. We do have here a weekend that is mixed sort of, so it's more neutral on a Saturday as you see, but with some dumps. Of course, this might not be that relevant. And we do have also on a Sunday more positive influences. But I want to invite you to look also further a bit, to zoom out and to see the big 5th of March that is really long-term aspect again, 4 to 6 months, and we do have also other positive influences in the second part of the month, and yes, there are also the others at the end of February, so it is quite an important asset to take into account. Finally, some closing thoughts. It is very tiring. The whole price action on BTC, crypto in general, it drives everybody crazy, and it is really a game of patience, in my opinion, due to the fact that there is no liquidity. Now with this possibility, because this is enabled astrologically for the market cap of Bitcoin to increase in the next 4 to 6 months. This is due to the aspect which is exact on the 18th of March. I talk about it in the videos, so have a look at them. I would say that it's really mandatory to have some quantitative easing, call it how you like, policies in order to increase liquidity, to cut the rates in US, and then we will have for risk assets, equities or tech and crypto really progress that we can see. And we see also that gold would be quite favored, so to speak, in the next month. So this means that if we have a limited amount of money, of course the money is divided in the several buckets, and then for the crypto bucket, what will be left? So this is the thing, and it is really a power play between the various categories. I think this will happen in crypto as well, especially in the absence of liquidity. So what I can do is to do this fishing, so to speak, of altcoins, so which I start now for March. You get them, you get 5 of them, and I took from your list, but I also took from my catalog because it's quite algorithmic, so to speak, in terms of astrology, how this would really enable a horoscope. But news following all the projects, I cannot do that even for the 5 that I give you, because for me it's really much, and it depends also how much money you allocate for that, and focus on what you think. So for me 5 is really something that I give you a choice. This doesn't mean that all will run at the same level, and because projects are different, so the ones you know, or the ones that you heard of and you want to dive into them into more detail, you will have this opportunity. And I will make the full calendar like in the case of the custom ones, so that you have the bullish and bearish days. This is what we can do for this low liquidity. Also, I think in March something will happen. So I see the action, at least astrologically. So if money comes somehow, then it could be a big month, but it's unstable, I would say, due to eclipses and other changes in the sky. Stay prepared for it because it will be quite a ride, I would say. Thank you for your attention, for your support, for your loyalty. I'm very grateful for that, and I wish you a successful week. See you.